Hi there, and a very warm welcome to Fact versus Fiction, the show where we sift fact from fiction. I'm Nikhil Ramdar, and with me, as always, is Jency Jacob, managing editor of Boom and also our in-house fact checker. The big focus on the show today, Jency, is going to be on Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who really does seem to be a big victim of various sort of salacious gossip websites that seem to have an opinion or views about everything from how he died to his love life. The latest, of course, is some bit of information that was floating around yesterday on his birthday, in fact, where a tweet was shared by none other than the MD of Patanjali. And you know, that resurfaced. It was actually a 6-year-old tweet where he claimed that Nehru had actually died of AIDS. Of course, that tweet was later deleted after Boom reached out for a clarification to Patanjali. So give us a sense of what the company's been saying and how much of a truth is there really to all of these rumors.
So, you know, this has been a tweet this has been a tweet which was actually put out in 2012. Now, probably, you know, the tweet was put and they completely forgot about it, as many people put out various tweets actually without verifying the facts. Now, this tweet resurfaced yesterday again. And when we looked at the tweet and we could understand that obviously this was a verified handle of Acharya Balakrishnan. Probably in way back in 2012, Patanjali was not a very big company, but today it is, you know, and it is a huge FMCG company. So when the MD of that company says something, you have to hold that person accountable, like you hold every other corporate chieftain accountable for statements they make publicly.
Absolutely.
And that's why we got in touch with the company and we asked them that this statement about the fact that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru died due to AIDS. Now, AIDS actually was not even discovered in 1964 when he passed away. So where did they get this information? And we asked this question to the company, and we spoke to the spokesperson, Mr. Tejrawala, and he first said that he is not aware of it, and then he asked for us to show him the tweet. When we sent it to him, we discovered after some time that they deleted the tweet, but we had saved the tweet and we had archived the tweet for us to actually ask, you know, to make them accountable as well. But later on, they got back to us and they said that there was a person on the team who was handling his account and he had put out this tweet. Now, just to give some bit of a context here, this is coming in from a video of a man called Rajiv Dixit, who was actually a very close aide of Baba Ramdev. In fact, he passed away in 2010 under very mysterious circumstances. You know, there are a lot of conspiracy theories around that. But that's not our topic. But the fact is that Rajiv Dixit was a person who put out a video on YouTube. We have not added that video here. But if you go and check that video on YouTube, it has got over 5.7 million views. You know, that's the kind of virality it has received. Now, that is the original source from where all these people are talking about on Twitter. The fact that Nehru's death was due to syphilis, due to AIDS, without any verification, you know.
Absolutely. And you know, there's lots of theories about how he died, but official accounts generally state that Nehru died as a result of a fatal stroke.
Yes, and you know, beyond a point, you will never be able to find that out, right? And there is no need for us to actually find that out unless there is a government source or a government intelligence report which comes out, which probably gives this. In fact, we went and checked the archives at that point of time, and the reporting that has happened, whether it is NYT or BBC or The Guardian, they have all reported saying that he passed away you know, at 6:20 a.m. that morning. He passed away after he complained of pain on his shoulder, and the fact that he collapsed and then he was taken and he was in a coma and he passed away possibly due to heart attack. Now, whether there is another account to this, we don't know. At least we don't have any official account, you know. And if the government feels that there is any merit in any of these statements, they should do an inquiry and come out with it.
You know, Jency, it's not just his death, because there's been a persistent obsession with Nehru's love life as well, and a huge amount of misinformation online about the women he dated and so on and so forth. So I believe you have some photographs that actually debunk a lot of this.
So we've done these stories in 2017. Now there was you know, BJP's social media IT cell head Amit Malviya. He had put out one image, a collage of 9 images, in which, you know, Nehru in very candid images, candid poses with various women in this picture. Now, out of these 9 images, you can very clearly make out that 3 of those images are actually, you know, his own relatives. Like, you know, one is his sister Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, and you know, the picture which is the last one that you can see in the image, where you can see a lady actually embracing him from behind. Now, that is the image that probably led Amit Malviya and all the BJP supporters to put out saying that, you know, that that he's a man of questionable character, you know,
Yeah,
that he's out
yeah.
on a official tour and this is happening. Now this is Nayantara Sehgal,
The
you know,
famous author and his
yes,
niece.
and journalist and his niece, you know.
Yeah.
And if you see the video, and we checked this video, this happened in 1955 when Nehru was on a UK visit. You know, what happened is that that she actually hugged Indira Gandhi, who was also there on that trip, and then she hugged him from behind. And it's a very candid image, you know. It's an image which actually you can freeze at some point and put out and say, you know, what kind of an image is this, you know. And so there is no relevance to the kind of stuff that they have put out. Yes, there were certain questions about his love life and the fact that, you know, that he was in a relationship with Lady Mountbatten and all of that. But, you know, bulk of the images that are being put out have no relevance to what, you know, what the reality was at that point.
But you know, Jansi, the bigger question I think is, you know, the fact that Nehru continues to remain, you know, such a figure of interest. You know, why do you think that is? And you know, is this to an extent, this obsession, a result of the fact that there's been a huge political effort to undermine, you know, his legacy in all?
I guess so, and that's the reason why you also see this constant pitching of Sardar Patel versus Nehru. You know, the contemporaries that they were. Sardar Patel passed away in 1950, and you know, Jawaharlal Nehru passed away in 1964. But there is always this pitching of one against the other, and the fact that probably the right-wing ecosystem feels that you have to undermine the legacy that probably Jawaharlal Nehru had over this country and over the first 15-16 years of this country's you know, independent era. And you know, they constantly have to call to question his character, the fact that you know, that he was not good for the country, and you know, what kind of legacy is left behind after that. So that constant undermining is what leads them to put out these kind of really unverified information. And you know, the sad part, Nikhil, is that a large population who probably have not understood Nehru in the context in which he should be understood, you know, they choose to believe this kind of rumors.
Absolutely, and I think all of this gets amplified on dates such as 14th of November, which was of course his birthday. But you know, let's hope we've been able to debunk some of the misinformation that continues to persist about Nehru. Meanwhile, do keep sending in your feedback on the show, and also share with us, you know, some of those big fake stories or videos that you might have, and we'll take them up for you. Number there flashing right there below on your screens. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.